It's okay to do this?
You're fine.
Blocking.
What's it like for you to be a part of Ulysses ever since we did the reading? This whole journey.
It's the wrong thing to say, but it's been an amazing amount of fun. The subject matter doesn't really allow you to say that. I'm saying it anyway. Yeah. It's because the play affords so much depth and so much acting fun, just delving in and finding the quiet moments, the soft changes, just the intricacies of every moment that are possible to exist with this very terse language. You remember on the third day or fourth day, we're sitting in the room and I went, holy crap, how did we get here? It's a page. We got here in half a page. How did we get here? Because every scene was crafted at the height of an event that we needed. Just so spare, like Hemingway, spare. Just in a few words, in a few moments, get to the story point you need and move on. And when you sense that as an actor, when you walk in and you see that coming, you know two things. First of all, it's going to move like a freight train. And second, that like a dancer with fun choreography, you get to punch these points. One, hit that, hit that, hit that. And then be able to just create this scene that's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a fun play to play. It's a crafted play. So, from inside the process, you leave the subject matter to the people watching. You leave the analysis to the dramaturgs. You leave the evaluation to the critics. You leave the structure to the director. But just as an actor inside the piece, it's just fun to play.
And what's it like been playing with this guy in the room?
To have Gilad in the room has been great, mostly because he was a silent god. He was just present. So it was almost like, you know what? If you compare being an actor working on a script to a student of Bible working on scripture, it was almost like having full faith, because God's not going to talk to you. He's really not going to speak, but you know he's there. You don't think he's there. You don't hope he's there. You don't believe he's there. You know he's there. So it's like we're working on scripture where you know God exists.
What's it, you've worked with us with the Israeli stage for now 3-4 years. What's it like doing these translated plays?
That's an interesting question, because this is the first full production, and that's a completely different animal than doing a reading. Always you feel like you're taking a little day trip out of the country. Even when you're working on a Russian play or a French play, the translators often are Americans. And all the Molière I've done is Richard Wilbur. All the, you do Chekhov, the Ibsens are American translators. And so they're American writers, they're American sensibilities. Somehow, the plays that you've been bringing, the Israeli plays in particular, I feel very much like I'm speaking in another language, even though it's English, because the thought process is still there. I got a note from the stage manager the other day. I give him a chocolate bar in this play. I give the prisoner, I give him a chocolate bar. I'm his lawyer. I don't know who's seen the play, who hasn't. And I have a line, he doesn't want to eat it. He smells it. He's worried about eating it. They're going to take it away from me. And I have a line in the script, it's my responsibility, eat. Like, it's not, try. And the stage manager came to me, and you're saying that wrong, because I've been saying, it's on my responsibility, eat. And I like saying it's on my responsibility because it sounds not American. It's not the way an American says it. It's my responsibility, eat. That's an American. It's on my responsibility, eat. That's not American. I like it. It's a flavor of another place, another time, and another sensibility. And that's part of the experience, part of the exotic nature of it. And it makes it even more fun to be a lawyer, not just a powerful lawyer, but a powerful lawyer in another country's legal system. It's fun. It's just more fun.
What is, I guess you've some of the talkbacks have been a part of it. What do you make of that, the conversations that we've been having?
Well, those are great. At first, you begin by thinking, talkbacks. That's not what it's about. It's the play. It's the play. But the more I attend them, especially here, the more I realize, you know what, the participation of the audience in the event actually starts to feel more and more legitimate in terms of its artistic viability. It feels more almost like the second half of the show, which is okay because running time is not so long. I mean, if you have a long evening of theater, it's enough. I want a cup of coffee and go home. But if the play is not long and it feels short, which this one does because it just moves so fast, it's almost like an intermission, and then you come back, and now the second half is the audience participating in the event, and that's kind of been feeling quite strong. And of course, feelings are on the topic of the play. The feelings are strong, and they're very well attended, and everybody, even if they keep quiet, they're as attentive as during the play itself, because the topic being discussed is so meaningful to so many people.